Okay, let's go back. So we just did 39, and we're talking about the prime factorization, which means we're basically, you're finding all the prime factors of a number. So we did 39, which was pretty easy, and we go back to 45. And Catherine said that 5 is a prime number that goes into 45, because we know that because of our divisibility rules, it ends in a 5, so it's divisible by 5, so 5 goes into it evenly. And we know that 5 times 9 equals 45, so that's our other one. So when we get so there we have a multiplication problem that we have two factors that equal 45, 5 and 9. Which of those is prime? 5. So 9 is not prime. So that means we have to keep going, but only with 9. What's a prime number that goes into 9 besides 1?
3.
Besides 1.
3.
Oh, sorry. 1 is not a prime number.
Yeah.
Who said 3?
3.
How many times does 3 go into 9?
3.
Prime?
Prime.
Yes. Prime?
Yes.
Prime?
Yes.
So the prime factorization of 45 is 5 times 3 times 3. Now. Yes?
You can do 5 times 3 to the second.
That's exactly what you can do. You can simplify it even more. If you have the same prime factor, you can write it using exponents, with the prime factor being your base number and the number of times it appears being your exponent. So we only have 5 once. So we're just going to do 5 times 3 squared. That's the prime factorization of 45. And you can do this with every single number, whole number, that is out there. Now I'm not going to expect you, I'm not going to give you a 20-digit number. Well, let's try another one. Let's try 80. 80 is a nice even number.
5.
Can anyone think about prime? 5. 5, that's the thing. The first thing you want to do is use your divisibility rules. And you know the divisibility rules for 3, which is a prime number, 5, which is a prime number. So those two big ones right there, 3 and 5. So usually you try to figure that out. So, we said 5, right? Well, how many times, now you may have to use division here. We can do it in our head, hopefully.
16.
5 goes into 8 one time. 5 times 1 equals
3.
5 times 1, 5.
Sorry.
Minus 5, 8 minus 5 equals 3. 0, that's 6. So 16. 16 a prime number?
No.
No. Do you know a prime number that goes into 16?
Yes.
Browning, give me a prime number that goes into 16. Mary Chandler. 2. 2 goes into 16. How many times does 2 go into 16? 8. Prime. 5 is a prime number. 2 is a prime number. Is 8 a prime number?
No.
So we keep going. What's a prime number that goes into 8?
4.
4 is not a prime number. 2. How many times?
4.
Prime.
No.
Prime.
Yes.
5 is a prime number, by the way.
Yeah, I was thinking of 4.
Prime.
Yes.
Prime.
Yes.
Prime.
No.
So we keep going.
2 times.
2 times.
2.
Prime.
Yes.
Prime.
Yes.
Prime.
Yes.
Prime. Prime.
Yes.
So,
You can do
5.
stop. Don't get ahead of me. I love how your excitement's there and you're jumping one step. But let's for those people that aren't where you are, let's just write it down like this: 5 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now, do we have a factor that repeats itself? Caroline, yes.
2.
How many times?
4 times.
So how would I write that as an x with a base number and an exponent? Mary.
2 to the 4th.
2 to the 4th. So I would do 5 times 2 to the 4th. That is the prime factorization of 80. Let's do another one.
72.
Now the reason why, I'll do 72, just give me a second.
9.
The reason why, what's the prime factorization of 9? Do it in your head right now.
There isn't one.
Yes, there is.
Oh,
9 is it's a composite number.
Yeah.
What's the prime factorization of
3 times 3.
3 times 3 or 3 squared? That's the prime factorization of 9. Because the only other factor besides 1 and 9 of 9 is, so I heard 72. So I'm going to write it real big so we can see it on the video. The reason I'm shooting this video is tonight, when you do your homework, I guarantee some of you will forget completely what we talked about. Maybe not completely, but you may struggle. Because prime factorization is a big word, and it's kind of complicated. But you have your prime numbers right here. All the numbers you circled are your prime numbers. So you can watch this video, get reminded, go, oh yeah, now I remember. Because I'm just going to give you like 5 numbers to do the prime factorization of. All right, so 72. Let's use the digital root.
8.
What's the digital root of 72?
9.
9. Because 7 plus 2 equals 9. So let's think about what prime numbers we know go into it. 3, 2. And I'm sure there may be some other ones, but those are the 2 basic ones. So which one do we want to start with, 3 or 2?
3.
How many want to start with 3?
Right now.
How many start with 2? All right, so we're going to break it down. 2 times something. Well, how many times does 2 go into 72? This should help you because it was on your homework last night. 36. Is 2 prime?
Yes.
Yes. So we're done with that part. Is 36 prime?
No.
Absolutely not. Not even close. First of all, it's an even number greater than 2. So you automatically know it's not prime. It's composite. So we're going to break it down. But we want to think of a prime number that goes into it.
3.
Joshua? 3. Thank you, Joshua Cole. So 3. 3 times what? Browning?
3 times.
How many times does 3 go into 36?
18.
No.
Oh, wait, no. 12.
12. Now look, Stephen, is 2 prime?
Yes.
Julie Rose, is 3 prime?
Yes.
Yes, and that's fine. Julie Rose looked up there. That's brilliant. Thank you for doing that. Don't be afraid to go. That's why we did this. It's so you have it as a resource. I don't expect you to memorize every prime number. Now, in a few days and by the end of the year, should you know that 2, 3, certain smaller numbers are prime? Absolutely. But for right now, use that. Use what's in your book. So, 3 is prime. Is 12 prime?
No.
What should be the first clue that tells you it's not prime?
Even.
Audrey?
Because it's even.
It's even. Any number larger than 2 that's even is not a prime number. So, but what is a prime number? Raise your hand if you tell me a prime number that goes into 12. Mary Chandler.
3.
3. How many times does 3 go into 12, Sam?
3 goes into 12 4 times.
4 times. Is 2 prime, everybody?
Yes.
Is 3 prime?
Yes.
Is 3 prime?
Yes.
Please say yes, Caroline. Is 4 prime?
No.
No. So we got to keep going. Anyone tell me?
2.
2 times 2. So now we have, what we have left is we have 2 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. Okay, and usually, you know, when you have an even number, sometimes it works its way down. So, how many 2's do we have?
3.
So 2 to the third times how many 3's do we have?
3 to the second.
3 squared.
Opposite.
So 2/3 times 3 squared is the prime factorization of 72. Yes, Joshua?
Don't we have like 8 and 9?
You totally could have, if you wanted to. You could have, but it's going to take you probably just as many steps. Joshua said, and it's a very good question, could we have done, and I want to do that real quickly, could we have done, he had 72, could we have done, absolutely. Neither one of those is prime, right? So we have to break them both down. That's going to be 2 times 4, 3 times 3. So we're done there. If you'd like to do it that way, you can.
That's a little.
It's actually, it depends on your point of view.
Yeah.
If you want to use a, you know, if you want to just choose 2 factors that go into that number, and then work your way from there, that's fine. Like if you had, let's do one more. You have plenty of time. Yeah, let's do one more.
87.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's do, I'm trying to think of, let's do,
95.
nope. May I choose, please? Thank you. 48. Now, who can think of a basic fact that equals 48 right off the top of your head?
6.
Catherine.
2.
No, a basic fact.
Oh.
Jackson.
6 times 8.
6 times 8. So we're going to do the Joshua method because I like what he was thinking. So 6 times 8. Are either one of those prime?
No.
So you have to break both of them down. Anybody?
Three and two.
2 and 3.
Prime, done.
4.
Not done. So I went 6, it's 2 times 3, you're done, they're both prime. When I had 8, the only choice I have to do is 2 times 4. I can't do 1 times 8 because 1's not prime. So the only other multiplication problem that equals 8 is 2 times 4, or 4 times 2, doesn't matter which we do it. But 4 is not prime, so I have to continue until I have all prime numbers, and then I do. Prime. How many 2's do I have?
4.
So that's 2 to the 4th times
3.
1, 3. So 2 to the 4th times 3 is the prime factorization of 48. Again, I'll give you about 5 numbers to do tonight for homework. Shouldn't be that difficult. Please refer back to this video if you get stuck.